Hey guys, welcome back. I'm gonna do an oil change today on my 2015 Chevy Silverado. There's the other one. But yeah, I already got half set up before I thought about making a video. But all it really needs a jack. You don't even really need a jack. You can fit under there. I just like the extra room. I like to check my wheel bearings and brakes and all that shit while I'm in here. You should put a jack stand under there. My truck sits up high enough with the leveling kit. If anything would happen to that jack, it wouldn't come down and crush me as long as I leave the wheels on. So the first thing I'm going to do is got me a little step ladder. As I always take the cap off, it'll just let it breathe a little bit better. Set it up there so I don't lose it. It'll let it breathe a little bit better when you take the oil plug out. Here's what I use to do mine. I think it's a 15 millimeter. We'll know here in a second. I use that to tighten it up. This to take it off. It don't have to be extremely tight. Some people say hand tight. I go just a little bit more than that, but not much. I always write my stuff down on here. But let's get to it. Let's get this oil drained. See what we got under here. Bright ass light, I know that. This truck's got a good bit of miles on it, and it leaks a little bit of oil, which I'm not going to take care of until I have to, because it's winter time. And get this stupid light jacked around here. Alright, let's see what we got. Here's your cross member. It's pretty easy because you got your oil drain pan plug and your filters right there, so at least they're together. I've had stuff that's been totally separate areas, so you got to drain the oil, move your pan, take the filter off, or get two pans, whatever, or one great big pan. But this truck's been leaking oil. It's coming from up inside the bell housing, so there's a seal, the main seal, but there's another O-ring seal that is on the back of the motor, where the motor bolts together, the back plate, I guess you'd call it. I don't know, but you got to take everything off. It's kind of a pain. I'm kind of waiting for summertime, and we'll rip into it. But let's see what we can get done here. Well, when I went to move my phone, I must have shut the video off, but anyhow, there's your filter, there's the drain plug for your oil pan, motor oil. You just take it out, get it loose, roll up your sleeve, get it to where it's on the end, and pull it out. I already drained the oil when I wasn't on camera, so sorry about that. But you want to move your oil pan over towards the driver's side, because this is at an angle, and the oil will come out, and then once it starts draining, slide it back over underneath, straight underneath of it. But anyhow, I'm sure that's pretty common sense to figure out. once you get your plug out, which looks like this, it should have an O-ring or seal on it, 15mm socket. Just let your oil drain till it's dripping like that. Clean up your oil plug. We'll come out here and do that. Just take this, clean it up with a rag. People use brake parts cleaner or whatever. I don't waste it on this. It's an oil plug. So, see, it's got this rubber seal. I'll probably get a new one next time. This seal's pretty good still, but I'll just buy a whole new plug. This is the factory plug. It's been in there for 140 some thousand miles. We'll get a new one. But now we'll take this little baby under there with us. I don't usually use a creeper when I do this. I don't know why. Just I can slide around on this cardboard pretty good. Hopefully we can get this thing set up to where you can see what I'm doing again and not shut off on me. Put your plug back in. Tighten her down. Then you won't have to worry about all the drips dripping on you when you take the filter off. I use the same ratchet with the extension. Goes on there like that. And I could get a longer handled ratchet, but this is just what I use. That thing's spring loaded, so can you see? Yeah, you can see. Spring loaded, so it fits over there. And when you go counterclockwise, it bites in, so it'll grab a hold of it. It works really well. You want to take it out of there before you get that filter too loose, or you're going to make a mess. Put your oil pan under here like that. Wear gloves if you want. Let it splash out a little bit. I go right for the kill. I ain't scared. Do that upside down. I usually have a rag, but I forgot it because I was carrying my stupid phone. All right. Pretty much the basics. Clean your hands off. Make sure the O-ring come off with the filter. See? You don't want two O-rings up there. It will leak if you try to put two O-rings up there accidentally. I've had it happen. I usually use Wix filters, that's what I like. This is Napa Gold. That's all they had when I went up there. But make sure your O-ring's on there like that. I always get a little bit of this oil. It's coming down. Put it on your new O-ring. That'll just keep it from sticking. Keep it freshened up, I guess. I don't know. It helps. Then you want to go up in here and make sure this is clean. The surface where your O-ring meets. You want to make sure it's all clean, no debris on it. It looks pretty good. So you grab your filter with the oil on the O-ring. Stick her up in there like that. Hand tight. Shove your oil pan out there. Clean up what you can. Then I switch over to this cup. Sometimes I use a regular filter wrench, but just to get that extra quarter turn on it. It's just how I do it. Just go a little bit, that's it. All this other oil is from my engine leaking. I can smell it every once in a while. It'll be alright until it isn't. But I always keep an eye on my oil level. Clean up all your, put all your tools up here. Then we'll go get a funnel. This is the one I like to use. Wait a minute. Wrong vehicle. I'm not used to making these videos, but I'm going to start. Because I always find stuff that people, I don't know, that I've always wanted to know, and I've always found it on YouTube, so it's kind of I like this funnel for these trucks because make sure your funnel's clean. I always leave a rag inside my funnel so the dirt don't get down inside of it. Looks pretty clean to me. So this is what we're going to do. This funnel goes in that hole and sits right there perfectly like that. That's why I like the funnel. So once you figure out how many quarts your truck takes. It's pretty easy. It's in the manual. If you don't know and you want to know, it's not too hard to find. So, Silverado 15. Okay, well, after tracking down 10 different pages that send me to this page, to that page, to this page, I finally found it. That's why it's much easier just to look online, I guess. But 12.2, if you look, I don't know if you can see real good with my stupid camera working or not, but 5.3 V8 right here at the bottom, 8 quarts. And you know how I knew it was 8 quarts? Because I always write it down. Look, this was my truck. I got a Sentra, my wife's car, 2014 Edge, Escape, all that stuff. But yeah, it is in the manual. This takes you a minute to look. And now we're gonna put 8 quarts in. I like to use this funnel because you don't have to hold it. It fits right in there pretty good. Make sure your drain plug's tight before you come up here and start doing this. Make sure it's in. Trust me, it sounds funny, but it has happened to the best of us. This crazy world, you get in a hurry nowadays and shit happens. But it's a little cold today. It's kind of like a heat wave though. It's up to 20s. It's been single digits, so get all that gold deliciousness in there. So that's 5 quarts. Big jug. So we're gonna need 3 more quarts out of this one. So it should leave us with 2. I always do this. This is just my way of doing things, but I always look under here to make sure everything's kosher. I see no leaks. So we're gonna go with 3 more quarts. This truck uses I don't even think it uses oil. It leaks oil. Didn't start that until about 120,000. It leaks oil out the back like I showed you. It's a common problem for these. But that's not enough yet. We still got about another quart to put in her. Let's see. Getting close. Let's see what we got. Quarts. I don't know if you can see that. That's 2. So 1, 2, 3. So we got like a half a quart left to put in. The more you do it, the more, I mean, you'll know exactly the amount. You just learn after you do it a couple times with your vehicle. So let's see. So now we'll let the jack down. We'll pull this goofy bright light out of here. It's a pretty neat light. That sucker's bright, man. We'll let the jack down. I need my two hands. Alright, jack's down. You want your jack down, you want it level so you get a proper oil reading. You know what I'm saying. Let's get this pan out of here. We'll end up stepping on it. So now what I'm going to do is pull this funnel out, lay it on my rag, that's what happened. Figure out how I shut the video off before. It's the stupid side buttons on my phone. You want to put your fill cap back on, pull your dipstick, wipe it off, because you'll get an inaccurate reading if you don't. Wipe it off real good. Put her back in, all the way in. And then pull it out. And we'll see what we got. It's hard to see and use the camera and oh yeah. Looks pretty good. Here, I'll show you something in the light. There's hash marks right here that I'll show you. See them two little drill holes right there and right there. You want, that's good oil level. If you're in between there, I always go to the upper one, especially when I change it, because I know this truck leaks a little bit, so you're good. We were at the upper one. Put your dipstick back in. Go to your truck. Start her up. Hood's open, yeah, we know. We're gonna add washer fluid today. But on the steering wheel right here, you go down. See where it says oil? On the steering wheel, you go right. It'll say reset. The center check mark, click it. Back to 100. I always set my mileage like right there. That's where I was at. I change it right around 5,000 miles, but I'll reset it same way and we're good to go. But I like to leave it run for a couple minutes, get that oil pumping through there. I don't know if it matters, whatever. This is how I do it. Everybody has their way. So this time we're gonna pull it out of there again. If I can get my stupid phone in the right spot here. Alright. I should have did this earlier, but you know how it is. You always wipe it off the first time. Wipe it off, because that oil's flowing around in there. It'll show high usually. Pull it out. Right there. Looks pretty good to me. Pretty good to me. So too bad it took me like 5 videos to make this video, because I kept shutting my phone off on accident. But I want to pull your jack out. Take the other lights, everything away from the truck. We got these pull cord lights. They work pretty good, but the thing I noticed today that really oh, it really hurt my feelings. Look at this. It had just a little bit of rust last year, and I should have took care of it. A little flaker. Pretty soon that whole thing's gonna be rusted. Sucks. Oh well. It is 9 years old, I guess. She's in pretty good shape for that, but alright guys, I appreciate you watching. Hit like and subscribe if you want. I'm not here to make a bunch of money. I'm just here to show you how I do stuff. And what I'll do, one more thing, is I'll take this waste oil that I just drained out of my truck, and I'll put it back into these. One day I'm going to build one of them waste oil furnaces. All of them are waste oil. I got a drum outside with waste oil, but that's besides the point. Alright guys, well, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.